Previously on Investigations 2.
Bull!
Now, where was I?
Oh, are they... Oh my god. Oh, man. These two again. Oh. What's wrong? Why are we suddenly called here? Because you're sexy and we don't have enough sex appeal in here. Not now that Emma left. At least I don't think she's still here. Did someone suddenly get sick? I'll begin preparing a compress set. Ouch! What'd you call me here for? Or what'd you call me here for? Did something happen? Dr. Young, Miss Jensen, you have my gratitude for taking the trouble to come here. This won't take long, so please relax. Sure. It's usually what the doctor says, right? Tell me what blazes is going on! Ah, of course. We called you here because something came up. Judge Courtney, so what are you planning? What are you driving at here? Bonnie Young, under the divine rule of law, please answer truthfully. There were no mistakes in your autopsy report, correct? Granny would never make a mistake. That's certainly strange. Huh? What's strange? This court has found an error in Dr. Young's autopsy report. Would you mind explaining this shit? Did you falsify the autopsy report? Oh no. What if she did? What if somebody paid her off to do it? I have no idea what you're talking about. Why would I do such a thing in the first place? To protect the true culprit, of course. Yeah. What you talking about, Willis? I would never do such a thing. Well, strange. In that case, why would there be an error in the autopsy report, I wonder? Prosecutor Edgeworth? What do you think? Oh, well, that's what she said. That's what she said. Oh, I expected you to press into a statement like you normally do. Well, you didn't say it was time for my cross-examination yet. Why is she taking control of the situation and trying to help me? I don't know what her goal is, but I must play along. If the autopsy report you gave to Sebastian had been authentic, then the error should not have been there. Wait a minute! I didn't do anything! No, of course you didn't. That's what we will figure out from this point on. Firstly, Dr. Young, I'd like to hear your testimony. Why do you want her to hear her testimony? It would be pointless! I will be the one who decides whether or not it is pointless. Now shut up! Yeah, really. There are patients waiting for us. They're in horrible agony. But Granny, ow! Anyways, we don't have time for this. What? These two are so weird. Is there any way I can convince you this is of the utmost importance? Mr. Miles, Edgeworth, Granny says she'll testify. So please try to finish this quickly. If we don't return soon, there will be people in terrible suffering. Ugh. I was just saying that. And yet you were lollygagging about on the viewing platformer. You know, when I saw them up there, I thought there was something weird about that. These two must be more important than I thought. Oh wow. 2-on-1 time, baby. Error in the autopsy report. What in the world? There are no mistakes in Granny's autopsy reports. I've been working with corpses longer than you've been alive, Sonny. There's no way I'll make a mistake in writing the autopsy report. Got nothing to gain from falsifying the autopsy report. Is what she says. See, there's nothing strange at all. Well, well, well. That was pretty much what I expected to hear. Is it? Of course it's true. Granny would never tell a lie. Objection! Oh, don't you know. We were asking Dr. Young. We do not need to hear from a third party. Oh, man. What kind of a... Oh, geez. What kind of a transformation... Well, usually the transformations are only for, the killers themselves, but I don't think... It couldn't actually be, could it? If you raise an objection to my testimony, you best prepare yourself, you ex-prosecutor! I just turned from 20 years old to 60 in about 2 seconds. I'll definitely expose the contradiction in the autopsy report. Bring it! Oof. Oh man, am I gonna get a refill here pretty soon? There were no mistakes in Granny's autopsy reports. Well... So, Princess Vespa, you're saying there's no way Dr. Young could have made a mistake? Of course! Doctors can't afford to make mistakes. They can afford quite a bit, actually. This is a world where just one misdiagnosis can end a long career. I know that my granny, at least, would never. If I did something like that, you think they'd still let me run a hospital? Well, I don't know. Nah, actually, seriously, like, I do not envy what they have to do. The pressure that must be on them, like, to save a person's life or to have so many people depending on you. So in your long career, you've never once made a mistake. A doctor's only as good as the length of the track record. Yeah, the track record, of course. If we're just talking about a lengthy track record, that former chief prosecutor has one too. And yet his actual abilities don't seem to measure up. I hope that you're not the same as well. Damn! Ouch, that's a low blow, you know. But you know, Edgeworth, I don't make mistakes either, you see. Because you see, before I can make a mistake, those around me will have already made it instead. How can you be getting away with saying this in front of everybody here? Like, are all those other guys at the... Oh my god. Wow, man. You can't compare a chief prosecutor with a doctor. You really can't. There's no way I make a mistake and write the autopsy report. Okay, ouch. The victim wore this raincoat after suffering a blow to the head, and yet there was not a single drop of blood on the front of the raincoat. Therefore, it is impossible for the head wounds to have been post-mortem. Well, that's... Ow! I don't need you to tell me that! That's what I wrote down from the very beginning! What? The autopsy report says the head wound was post-mortem. That's completely different. What? This is just getting weirder and weirder. Yeah. I relayed to Karen what to put down in the autopsy report. After that, it was none of my beeswax. So... okay... I relayed everything to Karen. After that, it was none of my beeswax. Okay, well, now we're getting somewhere. I'd like to verify once again what you saw when you examined the body. Like we said, we're gonna need her to say it, though, because otherwise Karen can just say whatever she wants. And... Is that why she keeps hitting her, maybe? Well, about that, she was done in by a thump to her noggin. Dr. Young, do you know when Dr. Young, do you know when that happened? Before she died, of course. The wounds on her chest were post-mortem. The wounds on her chest were post-mortem. That's what I relayed to Karen, so that's what I should have been written in the report. That's what you relayed to her, yeah? Oh my god. Could it really be that? Why would she do that, though? I got nothing to gain from falsifying. Okay, well, yeah, I believe that too, though. Okay, apparently I just believe everything. I'm just that gullible. You may have nothing to gain, but how about your granddaughter? Me? There isn't anything I could gain. If Karen had something to gain, then that girl of yours might have something too. How dare you accuse my little girl who's never done harm to anybody? Yeah, aren't you ashamed of yourself? She should address those words to Blaze instead of me. I swear that the autopsy report wasn't falsified! Well, you say that, but man, it's nothing strange at all. Did we press this? I mean, I don't know, I feel like I pressed about a million things here. Did you notice anything strange when you were performing the autopsy? I wonder... Oh, what is it, Granny? A strange man came by. Huh? Who are you calling strange? You're not talking about me, are you? He wore some really strange clothes. He even had a frilly thing around his neck. Even though he was about to get canned, he still tried to run amok during my autopsy. I'm talking about you, you frilly red brute. Oh, I see. So Mr. Edgeworth is a strange frilly red brute. Erase that from your memory, please. Please don't only remember odd things about me. Oh, it doesn't look like Granny is lying. Miss Jensen is the one who's relaying Dr. Young's words. I'll have to confirm whether or not Miss Jensen is telling us the truth. That's how am I gonna do that? There are no mistakes. We're working with corpses. I relayed everything to Karen. After that, it was on my beeswax. Could it be this? What do I even have, though, that I could present? Besides, maybe the autopsy report. Oh, man. I'm worried about this now because I'm really close to... That's right. Oh, man. Dr. Young, please confirm what this autopsy report says with your own eyes. I'll read it out for you. Nope, you're not reading shit. Let her read it. Look at that, she's sweating. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is like her only way to defend herself. Like, how sad would this be? This autopsy report wasn't written by me! Ooh. Yep. Oh, jeez Louise, man. Oh my god, they're just gonna get into a fight here. I don't know. Oh my god. There's no end to this. But Granny, I can't say that. You're gonna say it, Missy. Miss Jensen, if you are trying to keep the truth in the dark, then, you know what? In place of the gods of law, I shall hear your confession. Wow, you can do that? Judge Courtney is talking with Dr. Young in private. She actually speaks. Wait a minute. Understood. I shall convey your words to everyone else. Well, I mean, you'll tell the truth, right? I believe you will. I properly relayed the autopsy report orally to that child. It seems my granddaughter must have mucked it up when she was writing it down. Wow, she mimicked her voice perfectly. Well, I wasn't trying to. There was no need for her to go that far, though. In other words, the contents of the autopsy report had been falsified. By your hand, Miss Jensen. Get away from her. Yeah, you're done. With that, we've proven that the wound on her head came first, followed by her chest wound. Well, ain't that something? Miss Jensen, why did you falsify the autopsy report? Hold on a second, she never said she Well, where did this voice come from? Hold on a second, she never said she falsified it, you know? She just made a teeny tiny mistake when she wrote it down. Teeny tiny, my ass! Postmortem and antemortem sound kinda similar, you know? You are not real. You're not real. Sir, you were in the Matrix or something. They're complete opposites. That is the very definition of falsification, you tell him, Edgeworth. Miss Jensen, why would you lie? Because I'm cute. I can get away with it. I want you to tell me too. Why would you want to do something like that? She's talking to you two, not to us. Granny, but Because you falsified the autopsy report, Kay fell under suspicion. Tell me why you did it. You just messed with the wrong person, let me tell you. I can't say it. I just can't say it. Why not? I don't want to say, but I can't say? Does somebody have a bomb inside of you, and if you say something, it goes off? You're all a bunch of bullies, you know? Ganging up on this poor girl who loves her grandmother so. She's totally unrelated to this. I think we can forgive her for one tiny mistake. Nope. That won't do. Aren't you the one with the most to lose if she testifies? What are you saying? You see, as a former prosecutor, you'll have to speak a little more clearly, you know? You heard me. Miss Jensen played an essential role in this case. She wasn't the culprit. She was an accomplice, I can believe that, though. Miss Jensen falsified the autopsy report in order to assist the true culprit. Ow! She's gonna have memory brain damage herself in a little bit here. This girl is an accomplice? What's your basis for that claim? It was impossible for a single person to commit this crime in the first place. The crime could not have been committed without at least two people, namely because... Uh-oh. Because the number of people... Oh, is this where we're going into it? Because there were still 11 people? Oh man, tell me. Tell me, Edgeworth, tell me I'm right. If the conductor was the culprit, and one of the auction guests was the victim, it would contradict the witness's testimony that there were 11 people after the incident. What now? You got a problem with my testimony? No, actually, your testimony is what saved us here, believe it or not. Rather, it is because I believe your testimony. That's why an accomplice must exist. So you still won't admit that your reasoning is wrong? No! Up until now, we had not even considered the possibility of an accomplice. Well, I kinda had, but I didn't say anything. However, if there had been an accomplice, it changes the entire story completely. If the accomplice took the murdered auction guest's place, then the number of people remains 11. Woo-ah! I see now. So that's what you're thinking. And she kind of looked like her, too. Well, the hair, though. Well, yeah, they could have been quickly discovered. Miss Jensen and the victim have similar... Well, here we go. If she wore the victim's mask, she could have easily taken her place. I guess. Miss Jensen, did you switch places with the victim? I can't believe this. I wouldn't. You did, didn't you? Yes, you did!
Yes, you did!
Yes, you did, Brad! Who was the conductor? You know... Oh, sorry. I got a little ahead of myself there. I went too far. I can't. I mean, also cause trouble for Granny. Ow! Ouch, but Granny. I would accept whatever wrongs you may have done. Just tell me everything. Oh, wow. Granny! Whoa, 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 it's happening, it's happening, it's happening! It's what's going on, that's... Oh my god. Wow. That was like those flowers in Plants vs. Zombies 2 that explode. And like, well, what are they, like oranges or something? Oh man. As I thought, it appears you really were the accomplice. How long is it going to take her to put that back up? Miss Jensen, why? That's what I want to know. Why? Miss Jensen, would you please tell us? Yes, it's okay, Granny. I'm fine now. I switched places with the victim, Miss Crane. You did. Wow. So you admit to being the conductor's accomplice. Yes, I helped out the conductor. Who was the conductor? I don't really know why, but for some reason, the conductor was expecting it to be attacked by Miss Crane. The conductor expected an attack from the victim? Huh. So is that because if he saw the letters? I don't see why he would then. Maybe for some other reason? They were so sure it was going to happen that they came up with a plan to counter it. A way to beat the victim at her own game. And that's when I was called in. I was told to wait in the storeroom before the auction began. Okay. Well, you ain't fooling my eyes. If you were waiting in the storeroom, I reckon I would have bumped into you. After all, I've been up in that storeroom the entire auction. Well, you didn't see me. I'm telling the truth. You wouldn't have seen her if she was in the box, would you? I wonder about that, you know. Can we really believe a girl who would falsify receipts? Can you really believe anybody is the real question here. There should have been many places to hide in that storeroom, and we did say that too. Then by all means tell me, where did our little nurse hide? Oh, here we go! The place in the storeroom Miss Jensen hid was... Call back to case 2-2, costume trunk! She hid inside the costume trunk. Yes! Costume trunk, yeah. Ah, now to mention it, that box was already there before I snuck in. I figured I'd hide in there myself. But it was... Yeah, you just love hiding in boxes, don't you? It's wrapped up nice and tight with a chain. And it was locked too, so I had to give it up. Oh, okay, if it was locked, she couldn't have come out of it then. And wait a minute, though. Okay, you know what? I suspect that when you sneaked into the room, Miss Jensen was already inside the trunk. Yes, it would have been bad if one of the guests from the auction had opened the lid. After instructing me to hide inside, the conductor wrapped the chain around the costume trunk. I think they went downstairs using the lift shortly thereafter. It was right before the auction. Alright. Oh man, look at all these symbols. So K is Karen, L is Lotta. So then when the auction began, only you and Miss Hart were in the store. There were 2 people in this storeroom, and both of them were hiding. If someone had come through here, they would have thought the room was empty, and there were 2 people in here. 2 people in here! I know I'm not funny, I don't care. Yes, that should be right. Oh great, here comes Calvin James over here. That would be Conductor and Jill, I guess. The auction had been going on as usual, but when a certain participant made the winning bid, the conductor committed the crime. So he brought her in. Miss Hart must have heard the altercation that occurred then. You betcha. I was trembling behind that there statue the whole time, though. Following the altercation, Jill Crane was murdered. Boom. Are we sure she was murdered at that point, though? Because I'm still wondering about this. Like, apparently 2 different things happened to her, and probably at 2 different times. After killing Jill Crane, or maybe just thinking that he did, the conductor carried her body to the costume trunk. And then they switched. Okay. The victim's body was placed inside the costume trunk. This is crazy, man. The conductor then took Miss Jensen, who had been made to look like Jill Crane, and went down the lift. I mean, I can live with that. Did he not, like, close the trunk back? And then, like, put the chains over it again? Because why would he need the chains over it while Karen was in there? Except unless he just didn't trust her, I guess. I don't know. Was this roughly what happened in the storeroom during the incident? That is so messed up, though. Yes, that's right. Pull the old switcheroo with one of the auction guests. Ain't that impossible? That gal and the murder victim are 2 completely different people, you know? Don't you reckon one of the auto participants would have noticed and caused a ruckus? No, not at all. The reason they didn't notice the switch was because she stole the victim's clothes. Has to be. From what I can tell, Miss Jensen and the victim appeared to have a similar physique. Furthermore, there was a rule requiring a mask to be worn during the auction. If their clothes were the same, I doubt anyone would have noticed she was a different person. Yes, I blended right in. I borrowed Miss Crane's clothes and— OW! You mustn't embarrass the dead like that. I know, but it's too late. I've already done it, so whatever. I also thought it was pretty heartless to leave her exposed like that. So you just put your clothes on her, then? So when the conductor was looking, I covered her up in the red raincoat. It was up for auction. Oh. Okay. So she was the one who put the red raincoat on the victim. And then the auction resumed as if nothing had happened. I reckon I took the picture of her in the red raincoat after that. Okay, alright, it's coming together here. That make all the facts line up? It would, except for the part about the 3 stab wounds. I mean, that is unless he did that right there and she just survived that. But the thing is, we were saying that because there was no blood on the raincoat, that hadn't happened yet. So maybe that happened after she got on the roof. Ugh. They're still gonna play it like Kay did that. But then again, like, if that was post-mortem, it wouldn't matter. Still, though, she wouldn't have no reason to do that. Anyway, never mind. After I took the photo, I went over to the lift to sneak a peek down below. I went to see 11 participants, then I hightailed back behind the statue. Don't tell me you were hiding there the entire time until we found you. No, that's— how should I put it? What is it? Did something happen? Oh, God. I didn't mention it before, but after that I might have dozed off a little. Are you serious? To be more precise, I fainted? Well, something like that. So something did happen. It ain't no big deal. Kinda embarrassing to say, though. There was this huge thump sound all of a sudden. I was a little surprised by that. It's right after I had just witnessed a murder, so I was shaking in my boots. My heart sort of tightened up and I was off to La La Land. When I woke up, it's already the next day around the time y'all came by the storeroom. So you were in there basically, you just basically got a free hotel for a night. With no bed and a bunch of evidence. So a large thump. I take it you do not know what transpired in the storeroom beyond this point? I guess. But after the auction, all the masks were properly returned. So I reckon the participants had exited through the storeroom, just like I done said. Miss Jensen, what were your actions after the auction resumed? I took the victim's place and participated in the auction. The conductor instructed me to win the bid for the costume trunk. Because the body was inside. Oh, I see. Okay, I was wondering about that too, like what was he gonna do to get rid of her? It would have been bad if another auction guest won the bid for it. Yeah, I guess it would have, wouldn't it? You didn't realize the box was empty? Wait, what? No, we only found out when I came up to the storeroom to pay the bill. The conductor was with me and told me to go search for her immediately. Okay, so she came out, she went up to the roof. It's just like I said. And then I found another girl in front of the ladder. Oh, no! Oh, man. That's when she fell down, while all this was going on. It all happened at the same time, practically. She probably fell down from the roof and lost consciousness. Maybe the victim left the hatch open when she went up to the rooftop? Probably. I was wondering why the hatch was open anyway, actually. Kay was surprised at seeing the collapsed victim and did not notice the open hatch. She must have missed her footing and fell down into the storeroom. Wow. Miss Hart, I've determined the sound that made you faint. It was likely the sound of Kay falling onto the storeroom floor. Oh, is that all? I was hoping it would be a ghost or something. Maybe Gordy was coming back, I don't know. How could Gordy come back? He only lives in the water. Never mind. That might have been it. I reckon it'd be kind of pathetic to faint over something like that. Well, you didn't know. I mean, you just heard a sound, and when you don't know what it is, there's no telling. Anyway, when she found the unconscious Kay, Miss Hart was also unconscious. So now we have two unconscious people, one other person, a conductor who's doing God knows what. The situation is becoming clearer to me, Miss Jensen. Please continue your story. After I found Kay and the victim, I put them both in the... What? Did you really? If the customers at the auction found out, there would have been a huge commotion. I mean, I guess. Yes, it was. Oh, he ordered you to do that. Okay. That's kind of gross, though. Oh, wow. What you think are two dead bodies sitting there on top of each other. Boy, there's a zombie on your lawn. Or more like a zombie on your rooftop. But since I secretly decided to put the raincoat on Miss Crane, I had to dispose of the raincoat without the conductor noticing. Oh, I see. Yeah. So the conductor didn't anticipate the raincoat becoming another piece of evidence. And finally, we dressed Miss Crane in a spare conductor's outfit. Okay. Shoot, yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yeah, when we found her, she was in a conductor's outfit, so they switched back, or... That makes sense, though. I see, in doing so, you made the victim appear as if she was the conductor. Oh, never mind. Okay, I just said something stupid. Forget I said that. In the end, the auction ended without anyone noticing anything. Miss Jensen, your crimes have become clear. You will lie is what you are. If you know anything else, you please hold nothing back. I want to help you more, but that is all I know. If I had to say, there is just one thing that bothers me. When I took Miss Crane's place, I borrowed her clothes. But there was no way for me to borrow her hair. Ow! What kind of coroner is this that goes around stealing a corpse's hair? I would think that robbing the deceased of their clothes would be questionable enough. Telling me. Both the color and length of our hair is different, so I was worried about how to disguise it. However, the conductor even had a wig prepared for me. Oh. So, like, the conductor knew that Jill was coming, but did he know that because of the letters, or because of something else? Was he, like, in on the whole letter exchange, or... I don't know. In fact, he had two of them. Inside the costume trunk, there was both a straight wig and a wavy wig. Two wigs? Why were there two? Because so much hair comes off of my head that you could make two toupees. That's why. Who knows, maybe it was a precaution in case the victim had changed her hairstyle. I ended up using the straight wig to match Miss Crane's hair. So that means the wavy wig was left unused. Why? Why all this about a wavy wig? That doesn't seem... Is that really all you know? Yes. Yep, that's really all I know. So that means you don't know who the conductor is. I'm sorry, I only knew that person as the auction conductor. I never saw that person without a mask on. The conductor seemed to be on guard towards everybody. Ugh. At this rate. Edgeworth, is that all you've got? Even if that little nurse is an accomplice, it changes absolutely nothing, you know? In the end, the true culprit is still Kay Faraday. All you did was add another criminal, you know? The rule of law cannot be overturned, at least not for your sake. Poof. Is this as far as I go? Am I unable to save Kay?
Objection!
Oh! Hello, Franziska! Why are you here? I love this song. I've been, like, fascinated by this song for the last couple weeks. Because I remember thinking at some point there was, like, 2 versions of this song, and maybe there still are, but I don't know. Because I've definitely gotten to know this one well enough to know the difference if there is another one, but I haven't heard that one, if there is one. Didn't I tell you, my name is Edgeworth? Whenever there's a case, I would follow. Haha. Prosecutor Von Karma, your hard work is most appreciated. Does she have her, like, going out and working on something? However, don't get the wrong idea. I only came here to find out the truth behind what happened to Kay Faraday. I don't plan on forgiving you for abandoning the prosecutor's path. I don't blame you. I understand. You should thank your former subordinate. He gave me some valuable information, which may save Kay Faraday. Detective Gumshoe did. Awesome, Gumshoe. Good job wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now. Listen well, Miles Edgeworth. This will be the final piece of evidence. Jill Crane suffered the wound on her head first. Wait, what? We already knew that. Is this all just... Is this all just like a little comedy bit at the expense of Franziska here? Will someone say something? Well, I hate to say it, but we already proved that. Already proved? You are shitting me right now, aren't you? You're shitting my dick! Yeah, well, just a few minutes ago. Ah! You should have told me sooner! You're the one who barged in here and started talking. Well then, does that mean you found out what the murder weapon was already? No. Not yet. Is that so? In that case, listen well. The victim was struck on the head with a blunt, cylindrical object. The wound on her chest was suffered post-mortem. A cylindrical murder weapon? What, like a can of soup? A can of soup! You know, this report of yours, I trust it's accurate, of course. These were the results of 2 independent autopsies carried out by 2 respected doctors. Well, you can't get much better than that. Man, Franziska, you're awesome. I knew you'd have something to show. I was worried there for a second. What did that say? No. Interpol is after the black market auctions, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of the investigation. The victim participated in the auction. Therefore, it is only natural for me to investigate. Now, would you like to be whipped as well? I'll just whip that beard right off your face. Therefore, it is only... Oh, wait, no. I see. Clever girl, little Von Karma. Clever girl indeed. Then it has been settled. The victim died from blunt force trauma to the head. Autopsy report updated after all the times I've used it. Since it's been updated, we're probably going to use it again. Unfortunately, the murder weapon has yet to be found. Just knowing the shape of the murder weapon gives me an idea as to what it might be. Really? Hey, in my investigation, we didn't find any other murder weapons, you know? If you consider the conductor's possessions and the crime scene... No frickin' way. It was an auction gavel! That's pretty cylindrical. It was Judge Courtney's gavel. Oh my god, I almost want to pick this just to see what the dialogue says. I'm gonna try it. Judge Courtney, the murder weapon is your gavel. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what the fuck? I'm not sure what you're trying to say. Oh, but if you're suspecting me, then why don't you examine it up close and personal? Yeah, don't mind if I do. That won't be necessary, as I thought that was wrong. First typo I've seen. Dang. But still, they've done a great job on this, though. Typos come and go, man. Alright, let's get serious here. Man, I shouldn't have done that with as little health as I have. I just wanted to see, though, man. It was something the conductor had in their hand during the auction. Namely, an auction gavel. Suck it. We didn't find anything like that.
If the culprit is the conductor, it is possible that the gavel may be the murder weapon. However, I'm not getting over what you just said to me earlier. That alone is not reason enough, wouldn't you agree?
Of course, I have proof to back it up. Do I? Oh, shoot. This piece of every time that pops up now, I'm getting scared. The piece of evidence proves that the murder weapon is the auction gavel. Okay, hang on, let me look at this. What does this say now? Well, it's probably going to say the stuff about the cylindrical object, right? Yeah. Is that enough, though? Does that really prove that... I don't know if it proves it, but it definitely lines things up a little better for us. I don't think it could be anything else. Take a look at this piece of evidence. This proves the murder weapon is the auction gavel.
Minor Sedgwick, I don't know what you're trying to say. But if you don't want to fall prey to my whip, then stop spouting that nonsense.
Shit! Oh, that one really hurt because that was the second to the last blow. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I know what it is. It's because of what Lotta said earlier, right? Because she said, that she didn't hear the gavel after a certain point? Yeah, there we go. That's what it is. According to Miss Hart's testimony, after the victim had been murdered, it seems she suddenly stopped hearing the sound of the gavel during the auction. I was wondering about that, however she had been able to hear it up until then. I knew I was going to forget that too. That's like I was telling myself, no, you better remember this because this is going to be important. And then wouldn't you know it, it was because it had been used as the murder weapon and was covered in the victim's blood that he couldn't use it anymore. He had to start slapping the desk with his hand instead. And believe me, that hurts after a while. Blazy Best? Guess what?
I'll have a search for the murder weapon performed immediately.
Well, good luck with that, you know. You've got to work as hard as you can while you're young, you see. Work yourself to exhaustion while you're young. He's completely confident we won't find it. I mean...
Well then, while the search for the murder weapon continues, I hereby call for a brief recess.
Do you now? Wow, just out of the blue there. They must have really needed a place to stop. Well, there you go. Man, I feel like we must be getting really close here to the end of this. Alright, so next time on Edgeworth Investigations 2. Oh. Ooh, we are so close I can almost taste it, man. We are this close. Oh. I'm down to 1 health, and I don't think it refilled it. Either way, man, if I had Siri, I think it would have answered me just now. Because I started to say seriously and then stopped. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.